everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to welcome you here and give you peace. And today we're going to be talking about a method of therapy which might not be good for certain people. And this method is the band, right?
From beautiful seas to flourishing legacies.
There's this idea, method, a coping mechanism. And I want to just make very clear that I am not a mental health professional. I am not your mental health professional. So please seek professional advice. And this is solely just to educate you. And there's this thing called the band, right? And the reason why people wear the band is so they can stop bad habits such as smoking or ruminating thoughts or negative behaviors. And then what they tend to do is, like, when this thing happens, they snap at the band, and then it kind of like brings them back to their body. And another reason why they might use it also is if a person is self-harming. A trigger warning, if a person is self-harming, then this is an alternative to that self-harming behavior as well. So there are different reasons why people wear bands on their wrists to stop a certain behavior. That's the purpose of it, is to stop a certain behavior. But I wanted to bring this into a different light. Now, some of you who are watching this have been through abuse as children. And like I said, there is a trigger warning. And you might have been in a household or around people who hit you or beat you or whatever it is. There was violence towards you, right? There was a force on your body and it was painful. So what happens is, when you wear this band on your arm and then you tug at it and then you snap it, it's like you're hitting yourself again, right? You're hitting yourself again. And that can be really traumatizing. And the reason why I say this is because our bodies, they have memories. And our bodies are so profound and powerful. And they know things and they do things to protect us and to survive. And when your body has been abused by someone else, mostly when you're children, it'll be by someone else, we can grow up to feel like we have moved on and we've healed and we've forgiven and we've moved on and all of these things. But then there are certain things that happen that just bring it all back. Maybe not emotionally, but it brings it back physically. Like, there's this pain on your arm when you snap the band, and you think to yourself, and then there's this sadness that might come, and you're not really sure why or what's going on, but it happens every time you snap the band, right? And it's separate to you trying to stop a behavior, stop a thought, but you're snapping a band. And as someone who has been abused and treated in a certain way as a child, snapping a band can be extremely re-traumatizing, and it can make us feel like as if we are hurting ourselves. So I don't want to stop you from doing something that might be beneficial for you individually, but I do want you to stop and consider some of the methods that we have been taught in our society through therapy, through our teachers, whatever it is, to take care, like, to stop a behavior. And a lot of these methods are punishing behaviors. You will see people who punish themselves for doing something, right? Like they do something they don't want to do, and then they punish themselves afterwards. And then they'll do other things. And then there is the less obvious punishing the self, and it's a form of self-harm. And that's what this all is about. This whole video is about self-harm. And there's other forms of self-harm that happen which are more subconscious. And one of them could be when you are overthinking and you are really worried about a situation and you begin biting your nails and you don't even notice you're doing it until your nails start to bleed, right? That's something that I realize and I catch myself. So a crazy thing is, when my nails are growing and they are full as I like them to be, then I know that I'm not in an anxious place. I'm not in a difficult place emotionally right now. I'm in a calmer place. And then this behavior can show up in so many other ways as well. And another way of this self-harm that we don't even know we're doing sometimes is brushing our teeth. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but you might have gone to the dentist and they say, wow, you brush your teeth too hard, right? And you're brushing your teeth and you're just trying to like everything is hard, right? You grab the door and you pull the thing and then you end up breaking the door handle. You don't even know how this always happens to you. And a lot of this behavior, like I said, is subconscious. And another one is the sleeping, right? And not sleeping and not taking care of your body. And I created a video on this as well before, and about how people pleasing, it can really affect you and how it can make you sick physically. And a lot of the times the behaviors that we do are, like I said, many times are subconscious, and we don't even know we're doing it until we see the signs of it. And I just wanted to, if anything, just hopefully have you think a little bit more about the behaviors that you're doing and the behaviors that I'm doing for myself, to really reflect over them and see if they are a form of harming ourselves without even knowing. You might have had a difficult conversation with someone and then you end up binge eating afterwards. You might have heard something that really upset you, and then you begin to do this behavior of just watching movies all day and binging on movies and all of that thing all day, and it can get extremely like overwhelming before we even know what's happening. I hope that every single method of growth that we do is something that can be fully appreciated, not just by our minds, but something that we are comfortable with and ready to do step by step in our bodies, because our bodies are powerful. Our bodies have memories. Our bodies are calling to us for help, and sometimes they call us for so long that there comes a time that they can't call us anymore and they have to show us. And this can come in the form of chronic illness, and it can come in so many forms of chronic illness. And I said this before as well, how there is this personality trait which is connected to sickness. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you know anyone who will benefit from this, please feel free to share it with them. And I have a free downloadable for you. It is a chapter from my book, The Woke Writer, all about letting go. And if you want to level up, there's also a course called The Woke Writer, and it is for anyone who wants to create a meaningful legacy. It's not just for writers. Please do check out all the information wherever you are listening or watching this. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone. Peace.